What's up, you guys? So Eva Marcille Sterling will not be returning for season 13 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. In an exclusive statement to the Jasmine brand, Eva states, quote, "I appreciate the bond of friendship that I have made with several of my castmates and the strong personal relationships I have with numerous executives and producers at the Bravo and Truly Entertainment companies. I am thankful for the opportunity I was provided. However, after speaking with my family and representatives, I believe that what I hope to accomplish for the culture and community will be better served by focusing on other opportunities. I look forward to serving my community on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show and finding ways to be a voice during this transformational time in our country for people of color." So that is her official statement. That's the official statement from Eva. But you and I both know that the way Bravo works, if they want to get rid of a cast member, they just offer them a terrible contract where they barely get paid, and then they refuse to negotiate with the cast member. And so when the cast member turns down the contract, it legally is the cast member's choice to leave the show on their own accord, and it saves the cast member the embarrassment of saying that they got fired, and it keeps the cast member from being able to take legal action for wrongful termination. And I think that that is what's going on here. Eva is doing press, first with the Jasmine brand, saying that she wants to focus on her family and radio career, and she told Ricky Smiley something similar, which I'm going to play for you in a second. But I really think Bravo wanted Eva gone because she wasn't bringing much drama to the show that could actually be monetized. She was getting paid for getting married and having babies, which I'm not mad at. But the fan response to Eva Marcille on the show definitely weighed in on what I think was Bravo's decision to allow Eva to leave the show. I personally am appalled that Eva Marcille would use the Black Lives Matter movement to cover her own track for being fired from a reality show that doesn't necessarily paint Black people and Black lives in the best light. Like in her statement to the Jasmine brand, she says that she's leaving, quote, "for the culture." And that's appalling to me because what she was doing on The Real Housewives of Atlanta definitely was not for the culture, especially what she was saying about the dark-skinned women on the show, the dark-skinned women with kinky or coily hair, calling them little nappy heads. That wasn't for the culture. So now that you're leaving the show, Bravo is allowing you to leave the show. You're saying that you're leaving for the culture, that you have stuff to accomplish for the culture? Girl, bye. In case you forgot, I'm here to remind you that there was a whole Change.org petition started to get Eva fired from the show for her colorist remarks over the past 2 seasons. The petition states that Eva Marcille Pickford Sterling joined season 10 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend of Nene Leakes, and she was promoted to a full-time cast member in 2018. Eva seems to have an issue with dark-skinned women and women with naturally kinky or coily hair. On the second episode of season 12 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Eva made another colorist remark against Black castmates as well as majority of all Black women. And then they have listed the exact comments that she made and the episodes that she made them on. So season 11, episode 3, called A New Edition, which aired on November 18, 2018, Eva made colorist statements towards Shamia Morton, the beautiful dark-skinned friend of Portia Williams. Eva Marcille made a shaded comment about liking quote-unquote Black friends of the circle, but likes friends that are Black with a Q more, shading the beautiful Shamia. Then on season 12, episode 2, which was called Cheating Heart and aired November 10, 2019, Eva referred to her castmates beautiful chocolate skin Kenya Moore and pretty mocha skin Portia Williams as quote-unquote nappy heads. And this was her remark verbatim. "I'm not here for the mess with these little nappy heads this year, I'm telling you," she said while on the phone with Cynthia. "I will get all the South Central out on that behind." And then they go on to say, despite a well-documented pattern of colorism and anti-kinky hair and anti-dark skin remarks made by Eva, Andy Cohen, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and its network Bravo made no statements condemning Eva nor take any disciplinary action against her. This petition seeks to rectify that. So it looks like this petition might have worked. Y'all won because Eva is now leaving The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And here is what people are saying on Twitter. One person said, Eva Marcille needs to stop doing these interviews saying she chose not to return. Just say you didn't get a contract back. Another person said, I have never seen such a universal celebration of seeing a housewife cut as seeing the fan reaction to Eva Marcille's firing from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And another person said, Eva Marcille announced she's leaving RHOA. Really? Or did you get fired? Good riddance. You were a forgetful snooze fest anyway. And another person said, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you right up your behind. Bye, in my Nene voice. Now here's how Eva explained her departure from RHOA on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, honey, it's being reported that Eva Marcille Sterling has decided not to return to season 13 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, she said, quote, I appreciate the bond of friendship that I have made with several of my castmates and strong personal relationships I have with numerous executives and producers of the Bravo and Truly Entertainment companies. She said, quote, I am thankful for the opportunity I was provided. However, after speaking with my family and representatives, I believe that what I hope to accomplish for the culture and community will be better served by focusing on other opportunities. She said, I look forward to serving community on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show and finding ways to be a voice during this transformational time in our country for people of color, unquote.
Oh, that's so professional.
That sounds like Michelle Obama wrote it.
Okay. So, Eva, elaborate.
Well, you know what, Ricky? I think everything has a reason and a season. And the time that I spent on Housewives, I enjoyed myself. I cried. I laughed. I obviously fought. And we did a lot of things. But most importantly, I made some great friendships with some beautiful women. And I believe that my time is up. I have a 6-year-old daughter and 2 young boys still in diapers. And they're 24 hours a day. And there is a lot of work to be done. And so I decided to spend my time and energy focusing on my kids and my community and not so much reality show business.
So does shooting that show take a lot of your time?
It does. It takes a lot of time. And if you can imagine, Ricky, when I first started the morning show, I was doing the morning show. I was filling in for Portia because she was pregnant, and I was also pregnant, and I was shooting Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it gave me so little time to be with my family, to bond with my new husband. And I have such an opportunity here. I don't have to overexhaust myself. And so I'm going to take my opportunity to love on my family and to be here every morning from 6 to 10. I don't need 50 jobs. I just need a couple good ones.
So, Eva, did you listen to Wendy Williams? Because like I said, I watched you on Wendy the other day, and she said you do not need to be on that show. She said that's not your type of show that you should be on. And she was saying that you should definitely go do something else. So did you follow what she said, or you just decided to just...
I got that advice from Wendy. Vivica Fox called me a couple of weeks ago. Janae Aiko hit me up. A lot of my friends that kind of knew me since the beginning of my career. I've
been had you in the headlock for a minute.
Since day one, Rick.
Since day one, I had you in the headlock. Like, hey, listen here, look at him now. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you liking that?
Definitely big brothered me.
Yeah.
Well, that's
but
good.
You know what? That kind of support is what I need. You know, the reality is that the ability for upward mobility and that kind of money for African Americans, it's hard to see. So a lot of times we find ourselves doing things that we are not necessarily happy doing all the time so that we can get the kind of money that we know we deserve in life. But my question to myself is, what is more important right now? Is it the money, or is it the movement and the culture and what I can impact? And to me, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
If I was to die today, I know I died doing something that I was supposed to do, not just collecting checks.
Well, sometimes in order to receive something, you got to let something go. You can't receive with a closed fist.
Yes, sir.
So in all money ain't good money, and everything has a place and a season and stuff. And just imagine you making a lot of money, but you ain't happy, because imagine the butterflies in your stomach. You got to go and confront 4 women and have a fight. The butterflies and the anxiety that comes with that, and it's going to be on TV, and it might not, the way they edit it might not, you know what I'm saying? And then you get dragged on the internet and talked about and ridiculed or whatever, and you just relieved yourself of a lot of that, and now you can simply just enjoy your husband and your kids, Do the morning show and anything else you want to do, and promote your CBD oil, your sheets, your church hats, and everything else.
I have a full bedding line.
A full
but
bedding
what
line.
I do want to say that though, Ricky, is because I think a lot of times we take opportunities or we leave opportunities and we leave sour. I want to be very clear. Even though we fought on the show, I love every single one of those black women. They are queens, all in their own right. They are stars, and I wish them the most successful season and transformational season 13 that the Real Housewives of Atlanta has ever seen.
All right, you guys, so leave a comment and let me know what you think about Bravo allowing Eva Marcille to leave the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you think it has anything to do with her colorist remarks? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching.